So I'm just going to make sure we are connected. Welcome. Hi YouTube. Cheers. It's Wednesday. So welcome. So welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. Hello, Sally. And if this is new to you, then you grab a glass of something. Now this is my Mother's Day, leftover Mother's Day bubbles. So I thought I was going to save it for today. And grab a mat and grab some space. And we're going to do half an hour of Pilates, and followed by a nice toast to the end, kind of midweek survival. So I'm on YouTube as Sasha's Dancing Pilates, and I'm on Instagram as well. So if you lose, or I lose, let's hope not, connection with either of those, then that's where you can find me. I quite like to sort of tell people that at the beginning. So I'm just going to start really. I'm just going to see if there's a few more people that might join us. But I think just checking my connection. Okay, and let's come and take our mat. Now be very careful where you put your drink because you don't want to spill that. It's very important. Okay, welcome. Hi everyone. So welcome to Instagram and YouTube. So come and find me, Sasha's Dancing Pilates. I'm over on YouTube and I'm on Instagram live. So if you drop out of one, come and find me on the other. But set yourselves up, grab your mat, grab your space, grab your drinks. And lots of you have been doing this with me. I've been running it almost a year actually. So I started in last April. So if you know with your body with Pilates, then you should be fine. If you're quite new to this, then just take all the adaptations and just be really careful with your body and what you're doing, obviously, and don't do anything that doesn't feel quite right. So we're going to let's come to all fours to start with. I have got a vague plan, but I wasn't here last week. I was a bit tired last week, so I took last week off. But there's a lovely on the internet, for those of you that know, but a lovely it's not really a campaign, it's called March Madness, and my Instagram has been flooded with all of the different exercises, so I'm going to try and throw some of those in tonight, so I thought would be quite good fun. But let's start and warm up on all fours, okay? So come and join here. So we've got, oh look, my watch has literally just beeped at me, so time to get active. I should start this and put it on Pilates because otherwise it doesn't pick it up. Okay, so come and take all fours. I'm going to put it on Pilates, see what it does at the end. So your knees have got to be underneath your hips and wrists are underneath your shoulders. And in this position, always try and stick your bottom out a little bit so you've not got a flat back. You want to find that neutral pelvis. But we're going to then roll that base of that spine, tuck the bottom, and then scooping up and really draw the belly up. Breathe in at the top there, find a lovely stretch, and then come back out of that to that neutral position. So tuck the bottom, really lift up into the tummy, up into the core, drop the head, so chin to chest, breathe in there, and then rolling out. So we're just getting a lovely movement into the spine. And again, rolling, really pull navel away from the mat, up towards the spine, and hold it there, find a lovely stretch, and then exhale. Now you can come through a neutral and then finding an extension here by lifting the chin a bit and just finding an extension at the top of the back if that feels okay. But just try to equalize the flexion in your spine. So this can feel quite nice, sticking the bum out and just getting a nice stretch there. Let's do 3 more. Breathe in the top. Come and join us. Welcome if you're just joining us. We're just going to warm up the spine. Tuck the base. So really tuck, tuck, tuck. Lift. And last one. Try and just keep breathing. Try and exhale as you come up. Breathe in to hold and exhale to come down here. And then just take a few gentle rocks, just sitting your sit bones back onto your heels and then coming forward. It's just opening up the pelvis, relaxing the pelvic floor as well, which is always good for us ladies, and just hinging here, getting some movement into the hips, backwards and forward. Just keep breathing here. Just 2 more. And then on the third one, let's just sit the hips back onto our heels, widen those knees if you need to, and just take a lovely stretch. So just breathing here, reaching those fingertips forward and stretching into your back here. Breathing in, breathing out, and just finding your breath. And just hold it there. It's quite hard for me to talk into the floor. So just hold it there for a few breaths. And on your exhale, just try and exhale any tension down into the floor. So take a lovely deep breath in. So you're down in this stretch. And on your exhale, just release any tension in your body and your mind. And just take 2 more breaths. And just really say to yourself, this is the time for you. Just connect with your body, connect with your mind, and just take this time to focus on you for half an hour in this mid-week. And then just slowly walk your hands back to your knees and just slowly roll it up nice and slowly there, okay? So from there, let's just come back to all fours if we can. And we're just going to just gently warming up the legs and spine. And you're going to just gently come into your tabletop. So you're going to let's press into the right hand and slide your right knee back behind you. Really extend into that leg. And if that feels okay, you're going to lift it. And either hold it here for 3 breaths or take the opposite arm and hold here. But I want you to really hold this stretch. A nice static position, really building strength into the obliques. And breathing in, breathing out, and reach, 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 reach. 3 breaths. Then take your toe down and then draw your knee back underneath you. Put some pressure into the left hand. And be careful what's behind you. Slide your left leg away. So be nice and stable here before you lift. And try not to twist or tilt into the pelvis. And then lift your opposite arm. But rather than just coming out of this, I want you to hold and breathe. Reach your arm forward. Try and get your arm up by your ear. And 3 breaths. So your heart rate starts to raise. Draw the knee back in. Let's go one more time either side. So rather than just lifting the legs and the arms, I want you to hold. So you're really building strength, much more statically, quite strong. Draw the abdominals up and reach. And breathing in and breathing out. 3 breaths. Then take the hand down and draw the knee back in. Keep that pelvis as stable as you can. Last time to the other side. Lift and reach. Breathing in and breathing out. So really reach your fingertips forward. Reach your toes back and hold, hold, hold. Last breath. And then take your hand down and then draw your knee back underneath you and give those wrists a little shake there. So just by holding that position and really lengthening, you're kind of firing up your heart a little bit, getting everything going, and firing up that core. So we're going to come and lie down now, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to keep my notes to finish, remember what we're doing. Ideally, roll onto your side and then roll onto your back. Hopefully you can see me okay. I feel like I'm quite dark on my Instagram, but hopefully you can see me there. Okay, so come and take a lie down onto your back and just adjusting myself, sorry, and just enjoy that sense of release down into the mat. When you're lying here, have your feet hip width apart, your big toe, your little toe, and your heel connected. And just take some pelvic tilt. So just massage your lower back into the floor, drawing through the pelvic floor into the tummy, and then extending into your back as well. So you're imprinting your lower spine, and then arching into your back a little bit. Just get a little massage into your lower back. And then find your neutral pelvis. So your pubic bone is sort of down towards your toes. So you do have a little gap in your lower back. And I always say, imagine you've got a spirit leveler across your hips and the bubble's in the middle. So try not to lift up left or right, and you're finding that lovely position here. Let's just release into the shoulders. Let's keep the pelvis nice and still. Take the hands up above your head, have the palms facing each other. Let's go straight in and breathe, and let's reach both arms up, breathing in, and then either sigh or exhale to drop the shoulders down. So breathe in, reaching up, exhale, drop the shoulders down. So you're peeling the shoulders off, and then you're either peeling them down or really dropping them down into the floor. This is just a lovely exercise to release any tension into the shoulders. Let's take 3 more. So on this little half an hour, I just tend to do little snapshots of some exercises. Obviously in a full class we'd spend longer on each exercise. So hopefully you just get a little bit of movement, a little bit of stretch and relaxation. After this last one, turn your palms to face your thighs. Take an inhale and then use your exhale. Your arms are going to come right back by your ears. This is another lovely one for your shoulders, but really draw your rib cage down. So try not to flare or arch the back. So you need to use your abdominals to keep your rib cage from flaring. Breathe in, tap the mat. Exhale, reach those arms back and try and get them back by your ears. And now lengthen them and then bring them down and tap the mat. Exhale to take them back. So really reach. Inhale, tap, exhale, back behind you. Inhale, tap, a little bit quicker, a little bit more dynamic. Feel the work in your shoulder blades on the mat, on the floor. Exhale back. Inhale, tap the mat. 2 more. Fill your body with oxygen, everybody. Keep breathing. Exhale and inhale. From there, bring your knees and feet together and let's just have your arms in a low V shape. And let's just stretch out the back. Let's just drop the knees all the way to one side and just enjoy that stretch. So just breathe here for a few breaths. Find where any tension might be. Maybe it's in the back of your pelvis. Maybe it's in your back, in your hips, your shoulders. Relax your shoulders into the floor. And then use an exhale to come back to the beginning and then all the way to the side. Feel free to take your head to the opposite direction as well. So just take some time here, breathing in, breathing out, and just find that nice sense of release. So hopefully we feel a bit warmer, a bit more released. Use your abdominals, think exhale, navel to spine to come back. And now we're going to just work a little bit hard. We've got to work for our wine or chocolate or whatever we're treating ourselves to at the end. So we're just going to walk the feet a little bit closer to your bottom, okay, and come into bridge or spine curl movement here. So with your pelvis, stay in that neutral, start in that neutral position. Imagine you've got a marble on your pubic bone, top of your pubic bone, and you're going to roll that marble into your belly button, and then you start to lift the bottom, and you're peeling your spine off bit by bit by bit. You come all the way up don't overextend at the top, but I want you to have a lovely line from your shoulders to your hips to your knees. I want you to hold this position for 3 breaths, breathing into the belly, exhale, really draw that tummy in, breathing in, and exhale, drawing in again. A static strengthening exercise. So don't just go up and down, hold it here. You can squeeze the bottom and press the feet, and then keep the hips high as you come down from the top of the back, mid-back, lower back, down. So you're really trying to control it on the way down, okay? Take an inhale, exhale, roll that marble into your belly button, scoop the belly, press those feet into the floor and come up, and hold it at the top. Breathe in, widen to your belly, let the belly go, and then exhale, draw the tummy right in. Breathing in, exhale, and keep the big toe, little toe and heel connected. Breathing in. And then on this last exhale, try and keep the hips high as the spine comes down, 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 all the way through. Roll it back to that neutral pelvis. Let's do that one last time. Breathing in, exhale. This is so much for you, this exercise. It's great for the spine, all the way up. It's great for the core. You're stretching the front of the hips here, and you're working your posterior chain. So you're doing lots of work here. Let's do one last breath. Breathing in, exhale, coming down, 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 down. All the way to that neutral position. Hug your knees in towards your chest at the end there, and have a little roll on the base of your pelvis. That might be really fully into the hamstrings, depending on how tight they are. Okay, keep your legs held in. I want you to hold on to the right knee, and then take your head up as you send your left leg away. And I want you to pull that right leg in, and then turn it out a little bit. And then we're going to change. So we're going to a single leg stretches. So if you can, keep your curl up, and draw your knee in towards your chest. Now your legs should be slightly turned out here and curl up a bit more. Exhale, exhale, exhale. If you need to, take your head down or a hand behind the head. Otherwise, curl up a bit more. And breathing out, exhale, exhale. Draw these legs in and send the legs away at the same time. Keep your pelvis as stable as you can. We're going to have 5, curl up a bit more, 4, and 3, last 2, 4 more in total, last one either side, and then coming all the way down. Briefly, holding the legs here, just roll your head from left to right. Then we're going to go into, I told you we're going to work a little bit harder, our hundreds. And again, some of these exercises have come into this lovely March Madness, some of these classical exercises from Joseph Pilates. So our hundreds, options here. You either can keep the head down, and you can have your legs in this double knee fold position, so both legs are up. You can obviously have your legs down as well, and you curl up here. If you can, I want you to be in a curled up position with your legs up, both of them at the same time. You might need to take a hand behind the head for support. And for the full hundreds, I want you to stretch those legs up, and you can even lower those legs down a little bit, okay? I find it quite hard to lower my legs down too much, so I won't be doing that, but if you know you can, then go for it. So take a double knee fold if you can. Use an exhale to curl up. And we start beating the arms. We breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. So extend those legs and lower those legs if you can. And you're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. So keep breathing in, and you're pumping your arms from your shoulders. Take a hand behind the head if you need to. Tuck the chin in, round the shoulders. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Draw the tummy in a bit more if you can. We're going to do 2 more sets. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. Curl up a bit more. And then draw those knees in towards your chest and come down. And then roll your head from side to side. I hope everyone's still with me. Well done. Okay. From there, just take a full body stretch. Stretch that out for me. Stretch out those abdominals. And then from here, we're going to do a lovely little exercise I've not done for a while, which is why this March Madness is lovely, because it does just remind you of all these lovely exercises. And we're just going to go for it. I'm going to give you 2 adaptations. They're the leg circles, okay? And those of you that know what you're doing, you'll know these ones. It's really great for your core stability, really nice for your hips. So you've got 2 adaptations. The first adaptation is to take what we call a single knee fold. So your foot's on the floor, you take a single knee forward, your knee is bent, and you imagine you've got a paintbrush on your knee, and you're going to take your paintbrush and paint circles on the ceiling. So you can pop your elbows down and find your hips, and you're keeping your hips nice and still, and your knee goes in towards the body, down, out and round. So feel free to do these anyway to warm up. So you are going to do about 8 to 10 circles in one direction, or maybe six to 8 in one direction and 6 to 8 in the other direction. And what you're trying to do here is stabilize the pelvis and challenge yourself. How far can you come in and out before you roll and you tip, okay? And then you can do that on the other side. So if you're quite new to Pilates, then really go with that one, okay? Because you're really trying to stabilize, and you'll feel that working and into the obliques the bigger you try and take those circles. For those of you that want the extra challenge or know that you've done this before, you can take your full leg circles. Now you might have to have a bent leg depending on the hamstrings. We haven't stretched the hamstrings out too much. So you try and stretch into the leg. Have your arms down in a nice wide V shape. And you take the leg across the body, up as far as you can, out, down and round. And the idea is that you take lovely big circles without wibbly wobbling your pelvis everywhere. And you can really feel this in your core. Now you can take a lovely deep breath in as the leg comes across and out. In and out. And in and out. So you can feel that working into your legs. Feel that working into the core, breathing in, out and round, in, out and round. And you can take it in the opposite direction as well. So just play around with that for me and really lengthening into that leg if you can. And about 5 to 6 in one direction, and then you're going to switch legs, okay? So they're either bent here, remember, and you've got an imaginary paintbrush and you're really stabilizing, or you stretch that leg up. We go across the body, up, out and round. Breathe in, breathe out. Really try and breathe. It's quite hard when I'm talking at you. And I need to be able to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Now you're really trying to stabilize the pelvis here. This is a really good core burner. Your obliques are working really hard here to stabilize everything. So going across and out and round, and then you can reverse that as well. Let's just do 5 more. Relax the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just hug those knees in and have a little rest there. Okay, well done everybody. Hopefully they felt quite nice, a little bit different there. So from there, we are going to, what are we going to do? Oh yeah, what's the time? Let's come to that at the end if we get time at the end, if do something fun at the end. We're going to change positions and come and lie on our front. Let's take some water. Okay, so hopefully you're all still with me. And that's good. Hang on, I started my watch a bit late, so I need to check my. Okay, cool. Right, we're doing well. We're doing good. Let's come and take a lie down onto our tummy. I'm just going to move my drink out of the way because that would be a disaster. Okay, 2 things I want to do on our tummy. So hopefully you're in a position that you can lie on your tummy, that you're not kind of lying on your hard kitchen tiles or anything like that. So we're going to do a lovely exercise called Cobra. Love this exercise, and I love everything in prone actually. We don't spend enough time on our tummies here. But come and lie down, have your legs a little bit wider and turn them out. See, they're turned out from the hips here. Now you have to play around with your hands. They might need to be a little bit wider or a bit further up, but try to have them as close to your shoulders as possible. Really draw up through the tummy and have a sense that your tailbone is dropping down towards your heels here. Now you roll forward. Imagine you're a tortoise coming out its shell. So the tortoise has to go forward before it goes up, and you're just lifting the breastbone up. Now these are baby cobras, and you go here, and then you're coming down, going forward, 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 and then forehead down. So lifting up through the tummy, rolling forward, and essentially you're keeping the work out of your lower back. So don't take any work into the lower back. If it's pulling into the lower back, you need to come lower, and you really need to work into that core, and then you're coming down, down, down. So for those of you that know Cobra, you can just go into your Cobra. For those of you who are new to this, you're just going to stick here, really try and find some work into the shoulder blades. Now with everything, it's on the way down that you're building that strength. So think chest heavy, chest heavy, chest heavy, chest heavy. Say to yourself, chest heavy on the way down. And lead with your chest. And that will really work those back extensors. Play around with where your arms are. Do you need to move them out a little bit? Okay, so if you want to come into full Cobra, you come through your baby Cobra. You really lift up into the tummy, and then you're pushing up into your arms. And I haven't got the right sort of top on, but you're not to drop the rib cage down. You're tucking your ribs into the tops of your trousers, and you're really lifting up into the core, and you're resting those shoulders down. So draw those shoulders down, and then you come down, and you're thinking elbows down, draw into the belly, and you're going through your baby Cobra all the way back. So you've really got to lift up. You've really got to play with where these arms are, and you're stretching up here. Okay, so try to fully stretch. If you feel like your ears are up, your shoulders are up by your ears, draw them down and really lift up through the tummy here, okay? It's quite a strong position, don't crunch into the back. And then draw into the tummy as you come down, 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 down. Activate your toes as well. Breathe in, exhale, roll forward. So have a nice sense of length through your toes, and you're lifting up, hold it here. Breathing in, breathing out, navel to spine as you come down. Try and get elbows down first. Let's do one last one, and exhale, forward. So think of that tortoise, you've got to go forward before you come up. Breathing in, and then draw into the belly to come down, 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 down. Now, a lovely little exercise that people have been doing this week. Bring your legs to your, so like a neutral position and turned in. And then you've got to kind of have this baby Cobra, this kind of Cobra position here. So kind of tuck your elbows underneath your shoulders. It's really strengthening to the top of your back. Imagine you're kind of reading a book, but you're actually working quite hard to read that book. And then you're going to draw your heel towards your bottom, and you're going to pulse, pulse, and then lower that leg down. And you're going to pulse, pulse, or squeeze, squeeze a bit more, and then lower down. So your arms are working quite hard here, and you've got to draw the tummy up. Now you can do this, obviously, with your head down. And you're drawing the heel towards your bottom, and you need to squeeze, squeeze a bit more, and lower down. So let's try this. Single leg kicks, in, down. So don't bounce or kick. Squeeze, squeeze a bit more, down. So working into your hamstrings, getting a nice stretch into the front of the quads, and working your upper body really hard. Let's do two more. You can come down and beat your head down. Let's do two more to either side. In, and lower down. In, and lower down. And then from there, push yourself back, draw your knees underneath you, and just stretch all of that out. Really reaching forward, breathing in, breathing out, stretch into that back. Just take a couple of breaths there, whatever you need to do. And I just want to do one last exercise with you for a bit of fun. If you can stick with me for a few more minutes. Make way, move things up out of the way. So this exercise some of you will know we need to go back onto our back. And it's called rollover. And you give it a go. If you know that your back is a bit dodgy, and obviously I'm not there to give you instruction, then maybe just leave it out, have a little stretch, and grab your drink. But if you want to give this a go, rollover. So you have to lie down, start by lying down. I'm just going to show you. If you know this one, then you go for it. It's essentially a glorified handstand, but it's a lot more than that. So have your hands down by your side. Take your legs up. Okay, so we're nice and supported down on the floor, and our legs are extended up. Take a lovely deep breath in, and then your legs come up. So push yourself up, and then they come over at the top. And then you're going to flex the legs and just flex the feet, widen the legs. And then you're coming down from the top of your back. So it's a lovely one for your back, coming down, 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 down. And then lower those legs a little bit. Point the legs, bring them together, and think about going up and then back. Your feet don't have to touch the floor, but your knees can be quite close to your head. And then open, flex, and then drawing the tummy. So really supporting yourself with your core here. Coming down, 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 down. Point the toes and come in. So give it a go. This is a bit of fun. Pilates is fun. There's loads of fun exercises we can do. So breathe in to go up and back, and then flex those toes, and then widen those knees, and then you're coming. And you've got to really try and support yourself down, 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 down. Let's do it 2 more times. Press into the floor, breathe in, go up, so it's like your shoulders down, and then come back, flex, and through the spine. Draw the tummy in, and this is so much fun. It's a lovely exercise. You can do this with your kids. Up, and down. Get a lovely stretch into the back of the legs. Really work the core. And if you want to just finish yourself off, see if you can lower those legs all the way down to the floor. And then you can relax. Right, take a lovely full body stretch. If you need to after exercise, just take the knees to one side and just drop into the back there and just stretch, stretch, stretch. Wherever you need to stretch, and stretch. And then either roll onto your side to come to sitting, or you can challenge yourselves with a full roll up. So coming up, arms above the chest, chin to chest, coming up, 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 and finish in beautiful sit. And there we go. Your half an hour of Pilates is done. What does my watch say? 107 calories, apparently. So there you go. That's at least a glass of wine, I reckon. Not that we exercise to burn off calories. We exercise for lots of reasons. But for today's purposes, it makes us feel a bit better. So thank you so much, everyone. This is when we grab the wine or the chocolate or the hot chocolate, whatever you've got. Cheers, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I just really enjoyed it. I was a bit tired last week. I think everyone was a bit tired. Schools went back. Everyone was just a bit, so back on it this week. So cheers, everybody. That's lovely. That's my Mother's Day drink. Thank you for joining me. And I'll be here most Wednesdays, unless I say that I'm not. So come and join me. If you're on YouTube, you can like this video, subscribe to my channel. That's what my son tells me that I have to say all the time. Try and give me YouTube tips. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Drop me a comment or a message on my Facebook or Instagram. And lovely to see you all joining me. So thank you so much. And thanks Instagram as well. Cheers. Cheers, Excella. Thank you. Cheers, everybody. And I'll see you really soon. Thanks, everyone. Cheers. Thank you.